Getting 1% better every day doesn't make you 365% better in a year. It makes you 37 times better. But how do you actually achieve that consistent 1% improvement? That's the real problem. You've probably tried to improve before, set a goal, felt motivated, and a few weeks later, it quietly disappeared. And you started wondering if something's actually wrong with you. It's not. You were just using the wrong tool. Not motivation, not discipline. One tiny mechanism running in the background of your brain right now. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what it is and how to use it. Let me tell you about two people, both of them on the same day, set the exact same goal. Get in shape this year. Same goal, same starting point, same motivation on day one. 1 year later, one of them had completely changed. New body, new energy, new person. The other one? He gave up after 3 weeks. Same goal he started with. Sitting unfinished like it never happened. So what was the difference? It wasn't motivation. It wasn't willpower. It wasn't even the goal itself. Because they had the exact same goal. The difference was something neither of them were paying attention to. Their daily systems, aka habits. Here's the problem with goals that nobody tells you. A goal is about the result. Once you hit it or miss it, the motivation behind it disappears. Lose 20 pounds is a goal, but walking every morning and tracking what you eat, that's a system. And the system is what actually produces the result. The goal was never the thing moving you forward. The system was. So if systems are what actually create change, how do you build one that sticks? This comes from a concept in the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, called the habit loop. Every habit you have, good or bad, follows the exact same 4-step cycle. Step 1, the cue. This is the trigger that starts everything. Seeing your running shoes by the door. Seeing a notification on your phone. It's the thing that you see or hear that makes you enter the loop. Step 2, the craving. This is the desire underneath the habit. Not the action itself, the feeling you want. Wanting to feel energized. Wanting to feel relief. Step 3, the response. This is the actual habit. The action. Going for the run. Opening the app. Step 4, the reward. The payoff that reinforces the loop. Endorphins. Satisfaction. A small hit of relief or pride. This loop runs constantly in the background of your life, whether you notice it or not. And here's the real lesson. Changing your habits isn't about having more willpower. It's about redesigning this loop. Change the cue. Change the craving. We'll talk about this more specifically later in the protocol. And that's how habits actually work. Now here's the part most people get wrong. Even when someone understands the habit loop, they still quit too early. Because a small system doesn't feel like it's working. You walk for 10 minutes one morning. Nothing happens. You track your meals for 1 day. Nothing happens. It feels insignificant. It feels like a waste of time. But here's the math nobody shows you. If you get just 1% better every day, not 10%, not 50, just 1%, by the end of 1 year, you're not 365% better. You're 37 times better. That's the power of compounding. It's invisible day to day, but it's massive over time. And here's the part that should scare you a little. The exact same rule works in reverse. Small bad habits, the ones that feel harmless today, compound into much bigger problems later. One skipped workout doesn't matter, but the pattern of skipping it does. This is why most people quit, before their system has time to work. They expect a graph that goes straight up. But growth like this looks flat for a long time, and then it explodes. You just have to stay on a line long enough to see it bend. So how do you actually use this starting today? Here's the simplest version. First, make it obvious. Design your environment. So the cue for your good habit is impossible to miss. Want to read more? Leave the book on your pillow. Want to work out? Put your shoes by the door, visible, ready. Second, Pick one tiny habit, not 5 new habits. Not a complete life overhaul. One small habit. Third, attach it to something you already do. This is called habit stacking. After I pour my coffee, I will write one sentence in my journal. After I brush my teeth, I'll do 10 push-ups. You're not creating a new routine from nothing. You're attaching a small habit to a routine that already exists. Fourth, track it for just 7 days. Not forever, not a year, just 7 days. That's enough to start proving to yourself that the system works before your motivation has time to fade. That was the protocol to build a new habit. You don't need bigger goals. You need a system small enough to actually follow, but consistent enough to compound. That's the whole secret. Just a small system, repeated quietly every single day. But systems will tell you how to change. They won't tell you why. If you don't know that yet, watch this video.